Hey guys, it's me, Christy. I'm coming with my week 80 update, and I wanted to do a little video response to what the Back to Basics is doing this week, which is sort of what Sarah Spoon had touched on in her video, which I did watch over and over again because she hit on a lot of really good things to talk about. So I had wrote down a couple of the things, and well, let's just start off with my weight is 163. I have fluctuated between 160 and 163 for over a month, and honestly, I'm fine with that. I am so much more comfortable with myself. Sorry, I just drank a whole bunch of water. And I'm burping now. But, so, yeah, I'm at 163. But there's exciting things, I think, that are happening with my body. Because I swear I can tell. And it sounds silly, but I can feel my body shrinking. It's amazing. I love it. And then the other day I went to Goodwill because I'm going to Arizona in about 6 days, and I'm so excited. Woo! So I just need to see the sun. I hate Ohio winters. I've been here my whole life, and I'm over it. So over it. So it'll be nice to be in the sun, 90-degree weather. So I'm going from 60-degree weather to 90-degree weather in like a week. Eee! We're going to look for our house. But anyway, so that brings me into why did I start making videos, and this might be a long answer because I didn't write anything down. One of the reasons why I started making videos was I started off my journey in when did I start my journey? 2011. April 2011 I started no, was it 2010? April 2010, I started off my journey, and I had my surgery March, April, May, June, July, August, September, October. You know what? It was 2011, because I started off April 2011, and I had did all of the research that I could online before setting up my webinar that I had to go do first. And so I had been thinking about weight loss surgery for quite some time. I would say, gosh, I did Weight Watchers for about a year, and that was in 2010, and I lost like 12 pounds, but I gained it all back, plus 2, which is a lot of people's story. I have no problem losing weight. My problem lies in keeping the weight off. That's where it's always been an issue with me. And when I started doing research, I started first doing the Google search of weight loss surgery, and I was looking into having the gastric bypass, because that's what my mother had, and she had success with it, and one of my really close aunts had it done, and she was very successful with it. So originally I had been looking at the gastric bypass. Now, once I had learned what all the procedures were about, I began looking up weight loss surgery on YouTube. And that's actually where I found out about VSG. And I had followed quite a few people who had different surgeries as well. I followed Mama Rose. I followed Amy SD Mom. I followed Philly Tomcat. I followed Banded Wendy. And there were a couple of other banders in there, like Melanie. Star Moon Melanie, and I followed all those girls, and I would watch their journeys from the beginning till the end, and I just was like so pumped that there was something different that I could try that I never tried before. And once I started narrowing down what I had wanted, I basically started off knowing that I really wasn't going to have a lap band surgery, because I have several people in my family who've had lap band and it didn't quite work out for them. And the gastric bypass made me a little worried because of the malabsorption issues. And when I started finding people with VSG, there wasn't very, very many people doing videos that had VSG. So I went on a search for people who had VSG, which was when I found VSG Tanya. And I found her just by going through Amy SD Mom and just trying to wiggle my way through there. I found VSG Joan, and who was the other girl that I would follow a lot? There was another little girl in there too that I used to follow a lot too. And all of these people, I found that things in their journey and the way that they felt, I could relate to. So I tended to stick with those people that I could relate to. And I got all the way through my program, almost all the way through, all the way up until the last month, which was, I had my surgery on October 15th, 2004, and I had done my introduction video, and because I wanted to keep track of my journey myself. I knew that I had a hard time being in front of a camera, and I didn't know how I would react to being able to walk back and work through some of my issues. And I liked the fact that I could look back and at the week prior and sort of go over all of those feelings and work things out that way. I get more out of that now than I did at the time, which I am so glad that I decided to pay it forward, because I think, when I had my surgery, they have you in big groups of people, and a lot of those people have other issues, and maybe they're a lot older than me, or I couldn't relate to them because there was just things that I couldn't relate to. So as I started watching more and more videos, I found more people to relate to. I found Bridget, and me and her almost had our surgeries around the same time, so that was kind of fun. And I started adding more people to my list, and I noticed that I only had was following one particular guy, which was Philly Tomcat, and he would do a lot of and that's when I got into watching a lot of the weight like Back to Basics and Proof Weight Loss Surgery Works and things like that. So, and for me, it was a source of support, but it was also like, because I couldn't go to a support group and I didn't have those close to my house, it was a way for me to connect and not feel alone. So I just wanted to pay it forward and give back to the community and try and work through some of the feelings that I've been experiencing and going through this journey, which leads me into like, has these videos been a helpful tool? And they totally have, for me, been extremely helpful in working out my problems with body dysmorphia and just sometimes my depression gets the better of me. Working out some, I've just started working out some jealousy issues that I've been having with people in my family, and how others are reacting to my changes and my choices. And all of those things, other people have been through too. I mean, or they're going through it. And I can't express enough at how grateful I am to be a part of this community where we can all sort of leave comments, we can thumbs up, and it's so easily accessible. And they're everyday people. They're going through the same things. You're not alone. So I really like that. And I mean, the more I can learn about anything, like weight loss surgery wise, I'm gonna do it. I'm all about it. And it's so, and I don't know. It totally changed my perception of, because I think it's 17 months, 80 weeks, April, May. So it's almost 18 months that I'm out from surgery. So I remember things and feelings. That's like not even, 2 years out, and I can remember the way I felt before and how alone I felt and how depressed I was. And I was riding in my car the other day talking to my mom, and just the amount of happiness that I have in my heart now versus 18 months ago, I am a completely different person. And I realized just how much I was when I went out with my husband and a couple of his friends that we hadn't seen in a year. And, one of the gals there, her reaction was just like, "What are you doing?" And I told her I had weight loss surgery. And, I had to fight to have my weight loss surgery. It wasn't something, I think that's how companies kind of weed you out. If you're kind of wishy-washy going into it and you are looking for a reason not to have it, there are so many people that are going to tell you not to have it. And really, it's only your choice if you want to have it or not, and how much you're willing to fight for what you want. And now, as I'm like 18 months out and I'm not where I want to be, I'm probably, initially I wanted to be 159. That was the lowest I'd ever been in my adult life. So, I mean, I'm not too far away from that, but it's, let's see. Oh my gosh. I'm like 4 pounds away from goal. My very first goal. Yeah, you like that? I needed a calculator to figure that one out. That was bad. But I remember those feelings. And I remember feeling like, I watched these YouTube videos and I remember feeling like, I want that. I want that. I want that. Every week they would put out a video and you could literally see them changing every week. So I thought that was amazing. Has it changed the way I treat my family, or does my family react differently to my changes? I don't feel like I've changed enough. Like, my personality has always been the same, but I feel like my choices on how I react to them are completely different. And for me, this whole entire process comes down to making better choices. And not only better choices in how you're eating, what you're putting into your mouth, what you decide to drink, what you decide to put on in the morning, how you decide to react to other people in your life. I mean, it's changed my choices greatly. And sometimes it can be difficult to know how to react to other people's choices. So in the changing process. So, I mean, if anything, it's how I'm reacting to the choices everybody else are making to try and bring me down, or try and say, well, that was great for you, but it's not for me. And how I choose to react to all that, I think, helps me. I mean, that's what I think about, how differently things just are. Even going into as easy as like going into a dress room and trying clothes on. I would never go into a dress room and try clothes on. I would buy them, take them home. If they didn't fit, I would take them back. Because I was mortified to go in a dressing room and stand there in front of a mirror. And I'm a hairstylist, so I'm in the mirror all the time. And it amazes me how much I didn't actually look at myself. I just looked at my clients. Like, that was my main focus in front of the mirror. All of the mirrors in my house only show like this much of my face. I don't have a full-length body mirror in my house. So the only ways that I can truly see myself is if I'm at work and I take a selfie. So, because they have full-length body mirrors at work. So, every week or so I was posting videos. Now I'm doing it more every other week because I just don't have as much to say. And, I have a lot going on with moving and everything, because we're getting ready to move across the country. But I told you that in the beginning of this. But, so I would say, yes, my family treats me a lot differently. But I also treat them differently too. So these are all things that I've never experienced on any other weight loss plan ever. And now that I have that sense of control back from my choices that I am making myself, nobody can make these choices for me. So the sense of control that I have now I will never want to give that up. I just wouldn't. And it's just going to make me drive even harder to make things better for me, my family, and everybody that's around me. But that's 20 minutes of rambling for me, and I hope this was a good video response, and I hope I said something that made sense. Failure is not an option, and we will see you next time. Probably about 2 weeks in my new house, maybe. Whee! I know, right? I'll see you guys later. Bye.